Hey y'all, thanks for watching again this morning. I have finally made it back home again to my own place, and yesterday was a day full of travel and new experiences. And one of the things that happened yesterday, I got a really awesome seat on my last flight out, and the man next to me was 85 or 86 years old, and he was interested in talking, and so he talked to me the whole trip. It made it a little bit not relaxing, but the more I listened to his story, the more interesting it became. And this man grew up in Jordan, and he was talking about his experiences in the Jordanian army, and he was talking about his experiences of moving to the United States and living in St. Louis for 20 something years and all of his experiences. But the thing that he talked about the most was his late wife. His wife had passed away about a year and a half ago, and he had been married to her for 52 years. And one of the things he was talking to me about was about commitment in marriage. And he said, you know, things that happen today in marriages, often marriages end in divorce because people just, well, this thing went wrong and we just can't get along, or these little problems, these irritations, these minor issues, we're just, you know, we're just friends, we're just roommates or whatever. And he said, but when I married my wife, I made a commitment. I stood in front of my wife and I promised my wife that I would love her and take care of her all of her days. He said, and I promised God and the church and her family and my family and all of our friends that I would stay married to her for the rest of our lives. He said the commitment is what is lacking because it's not about finding the perfect person that you can feel loving towards for the rest of your life. It's about who you are. It's not about who they are. It's about who you are and if you're going to remain true to your commitments. See, there's an epidemic of me first attitudes in our world today, and we start fighting for our own rights, and we start, if something gets hard, we just kind of let it go, and we kind of, don't work to keep things, and we expect marriage to be easy and loving and like the movies show all the time, just constantly in love and happy with each other, and nobody irritates each other ever. But that's not reality. Reality is we're all fallen people and we're all difficult to live with. C.S. Lewis said that quote one time, and someone printed it up, framed it, and gave it to me at a wedding shower. And it was an eye-opening quote because it reminds me that whenever I start looking for faults and picking apart my husband's personality or his choices or his way of doing things, I'm going to find fault with it because he's a fallen person and he's not perfect. Sorry, Jeff, if you're watching, you're not perfect. But neither am I. And that quote was such a good reminder that I can sit around and I can start picking apart my husband's shortcomings, but it's very easy to forget that I have my own shortcomings that he's also having to deal with. And so each and every day, if you're in a marriage relationship, each and every day you need to choose to be committed to your spouse. You need to choose to overlook their faults. You need to choose to say the hard words whenever you need to communicate. You need to choose to rock the boat even whenever it's not pleasant. You need to choose to forgive. You need to choose to love that person when they're unlovable. You need to choose to take care of that person even whenever you'd rather be taking care of yourself. You need to choose to set boundaries in your relationship so that your marriage remains strong. You need to choose to put the work in so that your marriage lasts. It's all about choice. It's not about feelings or emotions or fate, chance, finding the right person. It's about being the right person and staying true to the commitments you have made, whether you feel like it or not. This man that was talking to me on the flight, you could tell he loved his wife. He showed me pictures of her. He told me stories about their life together. And even though she had been gone for almost 2 years, he still had love in his eyes when he talked about her. And he told me, he said, it's not because we were perfect. It's because I chose to honor the commitment I made to her. And she chose to honor the commitment she made to me. So what do you need to do to set boundaries and work hard and remain true to the commitment you have made to your spouse? In our world today, it's so easy to just let it go because we're just, friends, or we're no longer perfect for each other, or I found someone who's so much better. Well, that person might seem so much better, but once you get close to them and have to live with them every day, they're going to have just as many flaws as the person you're currently married to. The grass is not greener. If the grass is greener, water your own grass. That means if you're looking at someone else's relationship and wishing your marriage could be like theirs, or if you're looking at some other man and wishing your husband could be like him, you're looking in the wrong place. You need to look at your own relationship, your own husband, and see, how can I work to make our marriage better, and how can we work together to stay true to our commitments. So that being said, today is Friday, and I'm going to go spend some time with my husband. I haven't seen him all week, and we're going to talk and eat breakfast and spend time together. No telling, just nothing serious, not going through marriage counseling or anything, just being friends, just enjoying one another's company, and choosing once again to be married to each other and to be true to the commitments we have made. I hope this encourages you in your own marriage today. Don't let Hollywood or the culture around us discourage you from staying true to your commitment of marriage to your spouse. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you again on Monday.